If you asked me what my favorite Mario game was before the Switch existed, I would have said Super Mario 3D World. I would have gushed about the levels, music, power-ups, the variety of characters to use, and how it was infinitely better than Knack, which to my 2014 brain was the only PS4 game that existed. I was super excited to see the game announced for a long overdue Switch port along with some extra content in the form of Bowser's Fury. But today I want to focus on the base 3D World game and how with time and context, my thoughts have changed. This is how I sobered up the Super Mario 3D World. 2011 was the year where Super Mario 3D Land came out for the 3DS, which saved that system in the midst of bad press and sales. Super Mario 3D Land introduced a different structure than past 3D Marios. Instead of going through an open world area similar to 64 and Sunshine, the format was similar to the new Super Mario Bros. Games, by going through 8 worlds with linear A to B levels, which guts the exploration 3D Marios are famous for. That's not all 3D Land borrows from the new Super Mario Bros. Games, as the aesthetics followed the generic Mario formula with barely any extra spice like in Sunshine and Galaxy, which is disappointing. I know Mario Galaxy went with a linear structure as well, but the theming of space was unique and brought interesting concepts and fun gameplay to the table. Yeah, 3D Land has a lot of well-designed levels, but the aesthetics feel generic. It doesn't really bring much new to the Mario formula. This is what people who don't like Mario think Mario's always like, when in past games they have unique settings with charming aesthetics, even when they suck royally in gameplay like in Super Mario Sunshine. Let's flash forward to E3 2013, where people are expecting a brand new, built from the ground up 3D Mario for the Wii U to make that system sell more. And what they got was an HD sequel to a 3DS game that reused assets and ideas. Oof. Later trailer showed off more of the things that made this game unique compared to 3D Land, but at its core, this was an awful idea. For the hardcore fans, it's robbing them of a unique 3D Mario for the Wii U. And for the average consumer, why would you waste your money on a Wii U when you can play a similar game for cheaper on your 3DS? Which in hindsight is a problem with a lot of Wii U games. Anyway, should probably talk about the game proper. The setup of Super Mario 3D World follows Mario, Luigi, Peach, and Blue Toad as they journey through the Sprixie Kingdom to stop Bowser from putting fairies in jars. Disgusting habits aside, this is a pretty basic setup for a Mario game with basic Mario locations with a little bit more flair than 3D Land. The game still doesn't innovate or explore a lot of new themes in the aesthetics department, though in this case I don't mind the simplicity since the game is very colorful and easy on the eyes. It could have been better as the first HD 3D Mario game, but it could have been way worse. The soundtrack may not be as grandiose as Galaxy, but it's still one of my favorite Mario soundtracks. Instead of an orchestra, they got a big band ensemble to produce excellent jazzy tracks that adds a lot of personality to the game. My personal favorite track is World Bowser's Overworld theme. In the gameplay department, 3D World has you go from level to level in a linear structure where you can pick between 4 playable characters, being Mario, the all-arounder, Luigi, who has a floatier jump but very slippery traction, Blue Toad, who's the fastest, and Peach, who has a small glide to help with platforming. This is my favorite feature in 3D World's gameplay, as it adds a little more personalization to the experience, even if these multiple characters don't change up a lot of the segments of the levels. Also, this game controls way better than 3D Land. Speaking of controls, there's many power-ups to help you along the way, including the Fire Flower, the Boomerang Flower, Tanuki Leaf, and the brand new Cat Bell, which gives you a scratch attack and lets you climb up walls, which makes exploration in these levels a ton more fun if the new areas opened up through the wall climbing. There's also many power-ups exclusive to a couple of levels, like the Helicopter Box, the Cannon Box, and the Double Cherry, and they're well utilized in the few levels they're in. The difficulty pacing of the game is wonderful, since it starts off easy and progressively gets more and more intense as it goes on, and the collectibles like the green stars and stamps are a very fun challenge to get. The bosses, who aren't named Boom Boom and Pom Pom, are really interesting and fun to fight, even if they do fit into the 3-hit Mario boss structure. So yeah, the game is fun stuff all around. However, this Switch playthrough of the game made me like the game less. Like, nothing was out of the ordinary, it was the same great game from the Wii U version, but I just didn't enjoy it as much. It could be because I've played this game multiple times before, but I think it's a bit more than that. In the time between my last Wii U playthrough and my first Switch playthrough, I played Super Mario Galaxy and Odyssey, which were fantastic games that were ambitious and fun to play. I think my fond memories of 3D World made me expect more than what the game actually is. Like, it's a great game, but it's a very simple game, and not to sound overdramatic, but when I finished the game on Switch, I felt underwhelmed. This was my favorite Mario game? It's still really good, but this one? This game is a huge step back for 3D Mario after the Galaxy duology blew people away, and it was very lazy to reuse the restrictive format of a handheld game for a console game. However, this is still my favorite Mario game. It may not be as ambitious as Odyssey or Galaxy, but it's still a quality title with fun levels and tons of charm. Turning everything into a cat isn't mind-blowing as going to space, but it's still very cute, which sums up this game well, though I don't think I would recommend this game for $60 since Nintendo never does sales, so save up some discounts or get it as a gift if you're interested.